Omniacs, it's Kurious, Cyclopes.
And Steve.
What do you fucking know? There's another movie to talk about. Wow.
It's like
All
they
right.
never stop.
I know. It will never, ever stop.
Thank
So,
God.
alright, I guess we're going to go back to 1988. 1988, see? I got Mr. Knowing over here. Alright, so 1988, film called Brain Damage by...
Frank Henenlotter.
There you go.
Director. He is also the director of the Basket Case series.
Oh, what do you know? I want
Frankenhooker.
Frank. You know what's funny? I never seen Frankenhooker, but
Me either.
I always am hearing about it all the time. But yeah, so Brain Damage. You know, we checked it out together for the first time, and it was totally different than any other movie we ever watched together. Right?
Yeah.
First of all, I was just expecting like a straight up B horror film.
Right.
But no, it really was intended to be like a horror comedy, which is great. Because we don't get enough of that. And you know, there's this like little puppet character named Elmer who's like a little slug, and I had seen him, but I had no idea that he talked and had a personality and like had wit.
He has such a like charmingly calm like hi there.
Oh,
like,
it's so nice.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. That's how he suckers his way into anyone, I guess.
Yeah.
So, you know, the general plot is right in the beginning of the movie, we got this old couple freaking the fuck out, looking for a crack rock in their apartment.
Destroying their house. And I didn't even know there was like a slug or anything to this movie. I knew nothing.
Yeah, it's one of those points where they don't tell you anything about what's going on.
Yeah.
We were actually like, why are they freaking the fuck out?
Yeah, so it's like, why are
much?
these old people just trashing their fucking apartment right now?
But apparently this old couple, they've had Elmer the slug for a long time, and one day Elmer decided to leave because they were keeping him like imprisoned in their bathtub.
And they were trying to feed him animal brains instead of giving him
See,
human
I forgot
brains.
about that. So yeah, so he goes to find a more respectful owner. Pretty much he latches himself to Brian. Brian has no clue what's going on, but he's experiencing all this euphoria, pretty much like drugs. Like,
Yeah, and that's the thing. When we first see Brian, we don't know what his deal is. You just see that he's like bailing on plans with his girlfriend and his brother and shit, and then he looks all dope sick in bed.
yeah, and yeah, you eventually find out that Elmer has like this long little syringe-like tooth that when he goes on the back of your neck, he injects your brain with blue drugs. Pretty much, it's like a blue liquid. So what happens is Elmer pretty much uses this guy's body to go around town getting human brains for himself, while Brian is in his drug-like trance, totally kind of oblivious to really what's going on.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's oblivious, but he starts to realize what's happening later on. Special effects. Since we are talking about kind of like a trippy, druggy type of movie, there's a lot of weird, crazy effects with the lights, hallucinations, where his room's getting flooded with that blue liquid, and there's sparks going everywhere. I want to talk about something real quick. Apparently, they recut something back onto your Blu-ray that they had to take out before. There's a scene where Brian's at a bar tripping his mind off, and this girl sees that she's like, wow, you're really fucked up, aren't you? And he's like, yeah. She's like, okay, well, I'm going to take you to the back of the bar to give you oral sex. And Brian pretty much had no idea what was going on. He like nodded out and passed out against the wall. So pretty much this girl was gonna orally rape him, which is when do you ever hear of that? Like, oh, he's asleep, I better suck his dick real quick. So guess what? When she opens up that zipper, guess who comes flying out? Elmer! Wow. So it's ironic that she was gonna give him brain, but really she ended up giving up her brains. Oh!
That's the one.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better than that.
Yep. That's gonna be right at the beginning of the show. But you know that was cool, and I'm glad they put that back in.
Oh yeah.
You know, obviously as a typical horror fan, I don't like them censoring brutal or
and
gross.
that's like iconic, dude. Like,
yeah. So that was awesome. So it was a great movie all around. I fucking love the effects. Very trippy, really. hallucinogenic.
Even more like the practical effects of Aylmer himself and the fact that he literally like pulsed and like moved, like it was just so intricate. It was awesome.
Yeah, even when he was latching to people's heads to suck out the brains and he was wiggling, I was like, man, I wonder what's in that puppet that's causing all that. But the puppeteering was so great.
Oh yeah.
I was even, and we're both Henson fans actually, so obviously I was paying attention really to the animation of Aylmer. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
But practical effects, highly recommended. Even I might even call this a psychological comedy horror because it did definitely get really psychological, like, with all the hallucinations and all that. But would you consider yourself a fan of it?
Oh, for
after
sure.
seeing it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, I want a little Aylmer.
I kind of want to rewatch it again now, so like I'm not paying attention to like the intricacies and trying
the story,
to follow it.
Like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, because like now I know what it is. I can just kind of be along for the ride.
Yeah. I love doing that too. Like after we already saw a movie, now we could do it the second time and just have fun.
Right.
And then pick up all the stuff we didn't notice before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely down to do that again.
Like the little cameo that we happened to pick up on the first watch.
Yep.
But there's a scene towards the end of the movie where Brian's on a train heading back home, and he's kind of like surveying around him, looking at all the other people on the train, and someone gets on and sits across from him with a big locked basket that is very clearly the basket from Basket Case.
Yep, so it's cool that they crossed over like that. So yeah, that was great, and I love seeing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I guess that's going to wrap up our thoughts for Brain Damage. We definitely recommend it. The transfer and everything, it looks so fucking good.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
You can always tell the work that they put into those releases.
Yeah.
Because, again, we said that was Arrow as well,
Yep.
right? Yeah, it seems like consistently, no matter how old it is, Arrows really does their best to polish it up.
Yeah.
I loved it. Colors were great. Effects were great. Visuals were awesome. Go check out Brain Damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
I concur.
Yep. All right, Kurious Cyclopes.
And Steve.
Thank you for watching Never Sleep Again TV.